Well, hello everybody, and yeah, we're out of the VAB and we're off to Duna with the moon in the background. Very nice launch, same old up and over the 90-degree direction eastward from Kerbal Space Center. What's pretty cool on this launch is we're going to get a sunrise and then it's going to set again. By how we're going to be moving. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, so I went all boosters straight up and out. Got a little hot even. The fairing's kind of saved the day on our satellite. And I didn't want to turn to the side too much because I am heavy and gravity will pull me back down. So I'm going to a little bit of a higher periapsis or apoapsis actually, because we're periapsis is if we're in orbit and it's on the other side. Anyway, yeah, so we're trying to get way up on out. Actually do have some time to cut the engine, turn so I can control it a little bit better with WASD. And then I didn't want to wait too long because we're a heavier rocket. It takes us longer boosts, but our 3 mainsail engines powered through it well. So all the extras are now gone. Our boosters are double solid rockets on the side. And hopefully what was planned as our stage 1 will still get us into a nice orbit with some extra fuel. Because we have a whole stage 2 to get there. My hope is that it will become like a very original fuel station over Duna. The satellite, I hope that we can get over the moon of Duna. Ike? I don't know. We'll know when we get there. And do some maneuvers with its RCS fuel. So I want low and high orbit of both Duna and the moon from the satellite. And we hope to land at the monument. I like how this one was like, your mission is to go to the monument. No, like, get there, find out where it is, whatever. Just straight up, it was like, figure it out. I don't know if we're going to have enough fuel to make it all the way back to Kerbal. But my goal is to at least land and then get back into orbit of Duna. That's my goal. Like, so let's try to do that. Let's get our maneuver to Duna. And missions and goals. Let's do it. Alrighty, so we're back, and a beautiful, I think sunrise is maybe about to happen in the beautiful Kerbal skies. Yeah, but we're off to Duna, of course, as we just time-lapsed into orbit. So let's get our maneuver going. I'm going to turn off the lights just in case. You know what's nice is I noticed after the last update, is when we launched, there wasn't a bunch of like, hey, you can do science here. So it's finally learning like, hey, we've done that science. So anyway, I'm going to zoom out and target Duna, which is all the way out here. It's kind of nice. It's got that extra target because of the monument. And what I'm looking for is like, this is almost like a 90-degree angle. And what we want is more of like a 45-ish degree angle, according to science and physics and the internet. So that's what we're going to do. This speed here isn't fast enough, so I'm going to go to the mission control. We're going to go to the tracking station. Never noticed that little bug on the end of the telescope. Has that always been there? So now we have a faster ability to time warp. Super fast. But yeah, keeping on with our goals of getting to Duna, landing, and getting back into orbit. I was also considering of launching another ship at the same time. That would not orbit, so it would have a lot more fuel. I mean, it would orbit, but it wouldn't land. So then the orbiter that lands can come back up, dock, or exchange in orbit, and then come back home. Or just build a rocket that's good enough to handle everything. But that ain't happening. Not with my technology. Alright, so we're getting close. I think this is about... yeah, good. That's how I do it. This isn't real math. I don't have a protractor out. I'm just going like, if that's 90, half of 90, around about here. And our goal is, right, we want to push out this way. We don't want to push inward because we're not going to an inner planet. We want to push prograde, like if this is how we're orbiting. This is also why we're not orbiting the other direction. We're orbiting this way so we can shoot ourselves out towards Duna. And remember, if we prograde on this side, we'll push out this way. So if we prograde out here, we should push out our orbit from Kerbal this way and meet Duna over here. So that's why we're not burning to meet them here. We're burning to meet here. And since we're on the inside track, they're on the... see, science. We're on the inside track, they're on the outside track. We're going faster. So that's why we burn out. And then as we go outward track, we slowly lose our speed. Not speed, but just like passing on the inside track. And we'll eventually meet Duna, hopefully over here. Wow. A lot said to go. Let's go back to our Duna thing. I like that, you know, I don't know how it all works, but when I know how some of it works, I want to try to explain what's going down. Now, look at the atmosphere glow. And then we're moving on. All right, so as we zoom out like this, okay, this is the way we wanted to burn. So we're going to try to put a maneuver somewhere like here. See, because we want to shoot out that way. It's a little over there. So let's try to more like over here. Okay. And let's see how this works because we only have 900 Delta V in this rocket stage. Let's see if they fix this with the update because we're going to push out, push out, push out. Oh, yes. I can do multi-stage. Multi-stage is here. What am I hitting? Leaving Kerbal. That's also a mission, is to leave Kerbal. What? Look at that. We have an intersection of 100,000 kilometers without looking. That was a blind maneuver. If I didn't myself. All right, but we'll fine tune it. That's a close. That's nice. So now I backed off on the gas pedal. Ooh, what is, entering Duna. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. Why? Where? Let's zoom in and see how. Oh my goodness. Like barely getting up on in there. And then what we want is we need to be at some kind of like a 45-ish. I don't know. Let's not say angles, but we want to be going around to where our orbit eventually takes us over this spot, which is interesting because it's spinning kind of like, you know, the Earth would or Kerbal or whatever. So we don't want an equatorial orbit. We could just do a polar orbit, and as it spins, boom, we just drop on down. That's probably ideal. So yeah, coming in way out here. You know it. We know it gets us close, so we should do this burn, and then on the way over, I'll do like an adjustment. So let's do that. Emit maneuver. Oh wow, only 6 minutes away. Let's see. Do we just take our time? Yeah, we just take our time. The goal here was to get to Duna and leave this in orbit as like a space station. However, if we need to use it to back burn, because I really want to save up as much fuel on here as possible for our return to orbit. You know what it means? So, all right, let's go ahead and start our burn. Well, yeah, let's start. I had my speakers muted, so I was like, man, that sure is quiet today. I need to turn down the graphics a little bit because the rocket noises, especially on real launch, is pretty intense. I get it. But for the most time, like, it's all good. Alright, we got only 500 Delta V left in this stage 1. This is all kind of bonus fuel anyway. This was to get us into orbit. And it's actually getting us a little bit of a push to Duna. But I want to stage, and then I will go look at the map. But boy, we're getting a lot more out of this stage than anticipated. I gotta go look at the map. What's happening here? Okay, no, we're still good. We're still good. We still good. Clank. Smash. And see, that's moving on out nicely. See, we're way out here. This is just awkward to me because there's like a... We're not hitting it on the number 1. We're hitting it on the second intersect, but not really. Oh, you know what this might be? I have to do like a full orbit and then come back. Oh, this could get dangerous. I should have just made this work. You know what? I still probably can. That's what we're going to try to do. I don't think it was going to have me hit this on the first orbit. It was going to have me hit it on the second, hence the number 2. I want to hit it here on our first rotation, because when we come back in, like the moon, or there's going to be some changes, so plenty of delta V. Mistakes were made. It happens. We're going to go ahead and finger on the X to stop now. And let's see, it might... No, that's on the first. Yeah, we're good. We good. We're so good. I'm going to throw down an F5. Let's go time warp to here. We can go get some science. And you know, Valentina is really prepared to stay out on Duna and an orbit of Duna for a while, so not too worried. I'm going to go ahead and collect some science while we're out here. And send 180 science off. What is that? So that's high orbit of Kerbal. Nice. And environmental data because we have the Science Junior. That's Kerbal's the actual sun. I call it the sun, but I mean the Kerbal. The Kerbal, the Kerbin. And we are Kerbins. Anyway. Maneuver. Let's click on this maneuver and let's focus on Duna. And what we want to do... Oh, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute, because when we slow down, we're going to be in a nice orbit. I'm going to do nothing. I'm doing nothing. Well, I'm going to transmit all this science. And then we'll take a quick look at our ship. Our solar panels are out. It is dark out here, but we're transmitting a good amount of science. I could go ahead and open up these panels as well. Get a little extra juice. These as well. And I can't forget, we got the satellite on the top. So the goal is to get the satellite in an orbit that will, like, deal with Ike. Is it Ike? Is that another planet? Moon? It is Ike. Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to try to get into orbit here, drop the satellite to where then the satellite will get in orbit and collect some science over here. But we got places to be. But before we do that, let's go ahead and jump ahead of the game here and hit up mission control. Take a sip of coffee and collect some science. So glad you're back. The crew must have a glorious 10. Well, from the front anyway, at least the ladder survived. Yeah, supposedly they fixed a lot of the text as well in the last update. Maybe we should send up a pod filled with corn kernels. Sun-roasted popcorn could be our official snack. I'll go butter up the snack department. Ooh. While I do that, can you get rid of the quality assurance manager? Calm down. He keeps walking around and judging all of our ladders. I have asked to leave several times. They need me. Who are they? The ladders. I would appreciate more ladders, but we need more science for more ladders. Okay, that didn't unlock anything, which is unfortunate, but we're up to 326 science, which is an odd number. And now we have to jump all the way back to... We're not the debris. We're not Duna. Oh yeah, here we are. Because we're over Kerbal. We're not in Duna yet. I would like to time warp to this point, please. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, gotta watch yourself with time warp. Gotta watch yourself with time warp. Time warp myself, thank you very much. And stop. Alright, we are in high orbit of the Duna Midlands. So let's send out... Yep, the same old that and that. More science. And then we'll speed up a little bit. Just a little bit to get closer to this PE. And there we go. See, it's 20 minutes away, but that's okay. Let's get a little bit closer, actually. Let's get with, like, within 10. Okay. So we're pointing prograde, and by that I mean we're pointing retrograde. And we're burning fuel. Let's see how this looks. Always up close and personal. Our little station, potential station, with, oh, there's Duna and Ike in the background. See, we're coming at an interesting angle. If we were equatorial, our ship would be, like, nice and smooth. So what we're really looking at here is, if we didn't want to go to the map, is our orbit is dropping in the meters per second. Slow down enough and Duna will capture us. We're watching our orbit kind of creep on in. Definitely an interesting approach. Probably burning extra fuel. Because if we were to approach it and get really close to Duna, like, we would have more gravity pulling us in, and then we could probably, you know, anytime we can use physics over fuel, that's quite nice. Quite nice. Alright, let's see. Still good. Yeah. I like it, though. I just don't know if we're gonna... I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. But we'll try to have this as like a little fuel station over Duna. The future is still ahead, so let's just focus on our current burn, which has us down to 500 plus meters per second. The PE is still in front of us, so we're doing good. We doing fine. We could actually kill the engines, speed up a little bit in time. I almost hit the space bar. All that to have hit the space bar. On that note, yeah, I'm gonna let you see it. Let you see this rocket fly. last direction I look. All right. All right. We have... How much more? We could keep burning for 5 more minutes. So we got a lot of fuel here. And we still haven't even touched our Duna stage. But we're going to use this fuel to get into a nicer orbit and all that stuff. Here we go. 315. Moving faster and faster. I just hit the W key. Don't press buttons. Just go with it. I pressed the W key like it would make me go faster. Like, go! I could speed up time. Maneuvers in space. Take your time. It's good practice of patience. And... duet. I'm going to go ahead and right click on that as well. So we're tracking that, and then we're leaving Duna, we're leaving Duna, we're leaving Duna, we're not leaving Duna. Oh my goodness, look at this angle to the maneuver, to the monument, not the maneuvers. It's going to be nice and sweet. We're going to get a Ike intersect soon, which is wondering, is that when I let my satellite go? The other way. Wow. See, look at that. Look at the weird things that could happen. The weird potentials, but nope. I don't want to deal with that. See, look at that. Wow. That almost... Do we do that? We do it. We do it. We totally do it. Okay. Let's have this do a... This is really going to slow us down, I think. Well, we're already going so slow. So let's... Oh, you know why I don't want to do it? It's gonna... No, it's cool, but it's gonna mess with our orbit too much. Oh, look at that. Ike's like, oh, look! It pushes us on to the spot our Ike intersect. Oh, if we were... let's see. That's crazy. All right, so made some decisions, and all I did was turn on the RCS fuel just now and push out prograde, which took us from the point, because I thought about it, and by the time we get there, even though it's pointing at the point, the rotation of Duna is going to make it to where we wouldn't land on the point. So I want to get into orbit. But what's great is this is going to bring us really close to Ike, like 33K, and we'll drop the satellite, deorbit burn into there for the satellite, and then we're already going to be in a orbit of Duna. So we need to spend 0 delta V on our main engine rocket thing to get there. So that's what we're going to do. So let's warp to here. I don't want to warp that fast. Not automatically. I'll control it. Thank you very much. Swing around, Ike. Swing around. We're going to capture it on this go here. And retrograde. Actually, prograde's fine. Prograde's fine. Here's why. No, retrograde. Sorry, spaceship. I'm going to go ahead and collect experiments now because we're going to get it with the crew observations, which is nice. And let's see. Duna. Ike, high orbit. So we'll get low orbit. Ooh. See, it's interesting because I thought you'd have to be in orbit. Like, we're not in orbit of Ike. So how can we get Ike orbit science? So when we get close, let's see if 33K is low orbit. Because what I'm going to do is undock our satellite. I'm going to go ahead and actually send off all the science. Yeah, I want to undock the satellite, let that work on any additional Ike science, which is interesting. Now that I think about it, we might not even have needed it. It's more of just for looks and so we can come back if once our rocket's gone and we can just see everything from our satellite. But we might capture all the science that we can here. So let's go a little faster to the periapsis. Okay. And that is low orbit. We're going to collect that science. Which got us low orbit environmental science, crew science, and that's good. So let's transmit that on out. I'm still going to go ahead and undock. I'm going to aim prograde. We should still be good to go here. Yes, we are. And what I'm going to do is just give myself like tiny little... Wait, is that 6,000? Hold on. That's not good. I need to get further out, but that's going to just pop us right into the atmosphere. So I go... We'll deal with that in a second. Let's switch to this guy. We're going to go retrograde. And what I don't want to do is run into that ship. So, I want to do one quick little, like, tap. Something that just kind of brings us in a different situation. And then we go full H and bring ourselves away. What we're doing is hopefully bringing ourselves into a nice little orbit of Ike. There we go. So that's a 32 by 700. Just bring that into 600 because we can. All right, turn off the RCS. And there we go. We have our satellite. We can light up now. We can change the lights as we please later. But here we go. It has all the ability of science and communication. It's really more of a communication satellite because this is the better satellite than what we have on our ship. So our ship can communicate to here, and then this will transmit to Kerbal, is the idea. Oops. So now that that's done, let's head on over to our main thing here. There we go. And how's this looking? Once this, like, just for fun, let me create a maneuver here. You know what? Let's create a maneuver here. There we go. That's what we're going to want to do. I don't know why that didn't change when I did that, but we're going to want to aim normal, radial out. Normal is that one, okay? So let's aim at our point in time, and I want to... We're lighter now. We've got a lot more control. We don't have that big satellite dangling off the top. Beautiful view of Ike. We should take this in a little bit. There's some nice volcano formations. Love the background galaxies and the color in it. With Duna. Looking nice. Looking mighty fine. So, all right. Let's get to our... I'm going to quick save because I'm going to do a warp to maneuver here. These can get wacky. All right. So we're aiming out. Just going to press a little bit of whoop-de-whooped. So what's that getting us at? 40. Let's get to 57. Actually, that's fine. I don't need to overdo it because I'm just wasting fuel if I do. Once we get over here, like if we time warp in this way, we will go retrograde. So we can bring in our Apoaps out here, Apoapsis, so we don't get pulled back in by Ike. So let's go ahead and really get up in here and take a look at Duna, making a super bright little orange tint to us. Looking pretty cool. And then the maneuver, wow, we're actually coming in at a nice angle. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we might do. I might just burn all the way into a stop right on it and just kind of knock right into it. So we can try that and see how it goes. Those are my plans. Let's stick to it. All right, so we are going to do a burn here. So let's go ahead and time warp to this point. Go ahead and start our burn. The other thing I could do to save fuel, for example, would be to... No, it's just not going to happen. Would, like, wait until I get out here and then deburn. I just don't think I have the time. I think I need to deburn all the way in. Like, go all the way around. Nope, I'd still have to do the same burn. So we're going to do this, but... How do I... Need a little bit of a normal burn, so let's do that. That music is getting up there. We must have hit just low orbit. I was like, we must have hit atmosphere. Ooh, we're gonna transmit that science. First that through observations. Duna, low orbit. Man, we're getting a lot of science. Great. Let's see how this looks. Beautiful. Looking nice. All right, so back to it. Let's keep... Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to do a little bit of this to change our angle a little bit. But more important is to bring us because as the world turns, we can always make some changes. That's dropping. We got to be careful on the other way around. I'm actually going to kill the engines. Time warp to here. Oh! Oh, stop. X. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's okay. Now let's... Where are we? Okay, we can do this. We're going to add a maneuver here. Can't add maneuvers while paused, huh? Oh! Whoa! That was wild. Okay, so we're going to go around again. Problem is that's going to move even further away. I'm trying to think. This is why we quick save, but I think I'm going to just time warp back around here. See, because it's just going to keep rotating away. So what I'll do is I'll bring this in. And then we'll let some rotations go by. We've got new science. Unfortunately, we don't have any new missions. We got the music again, but it still says low orbit. Oh, hold on. I almost saw what we forgot to do. I needed to go back out here because we need... Oh! Hold on. I thought we don't have any low orbit, low orbit, low orbit. Duna. Ah, there's the Duna high orbit. I'm like, how? Oh, that's right. When we first captured Duna a long time ago, that was technically high orbit. Yikes. But anyway, we needed more time to go around anyway, so let's time warp to this point. See, as it spins, we'll drop us back down a little bit. I mean, I could even be using RCS fuel for this, but we're using station fuel, so this is all bonus. All bonus. Trying to think of where I want to lock in the station. Because I could use this fuel to burn and just forgo the station. But I kind of want to try. So let's do about there, like 100,000. What I'll trying to think of. Let's go 80. And then once we release, I might even go lower than 80. I'm trying to think. We'll separate our ship here. Man, I don't like how it always starts in the center like that. We'll separate this. We'll put our station back into a nice orbit. That's why I put the RCS fuel on that. But I forgot the control, which is why I wanted the satellite on this. So it's kind of stuck where it is until we come back. That's okay. So we'll put it into a nice orbit, then we'll separate, we'll land, and then we'll try to come back. That's going to be scary and hairy. But we'll try it. We've got the fuel, we have the Kerbals. Well, we got Valentina. If we're going to have anybody do it, we should have her do it. But we'll do that next episode and get to the monument. I think we've gone far enough today. So thanks for watching, and check it out. We'll end out at Ike, looking at a beautiful, almost eclipse-like view of Duna. Thanks again for watching, and catch you next episode. Take care, everybody.